Nathan!
What's up, dude? You wanted to talk about some NHL stuff with me?
Yeah, dude, thanks for having me on your channel.
You're welcome. Uh,
Let me just bring up some stuff. I thought we'd talk about the playoffs
yeah,
and what's about to happen.
I don't think either of our teams are going to be in the conversation of winning anything.
You don't think so?
No, I don't.
What team do you have?
I have because Toronto will face the Canadian teams will face the Western teams, right? In the conference finals.
I feel like we should look it up.
Yeah, because I don't know for sure. I made a video about it and I put Toronto and Pittsburgh because I think they can face each other.
I saw that. That was a good video. Well, so let's try to clear this up. So I'm actually looking at the standings. And it looks, so I know for sure, if you look at the Discover Central, right? And you look at, I got Carolina in first place and Nashville right now in fourth. So they would play each other. So then the West, I would assume, would be next. I don't know how this is going to work.
I think you're right. I think it's going to be the Western in the conference finals. We're going to have a Canadian team and a Western team.
All right. I just Googled how are the 2021 playoffs going to work. The Stanley Cup playoffs will feature a 16-team best of 7 4-round playoff format beginning on May 11th. Wait, is that That's this year, right? Yeah.
Oh, that begins on May 11th? That's a lot sooner than I thought.
Damn, you ain't kidding. That's 2 weeks from now.
Yeah, that's not that long at all. All
right, so it says the top 4 teams in each division will qualify for the playoffs with interdivisional play in the first 2 rounds. So that would mean 1 versus 4, 2v3. So that means if you go back to your division, which one do you want to look at? The West?
West, yeah. West is fine.
I should probably actually bring my stupid microphone over here so people can hear me. So if you look at Vegas number 1 and St. Louis number 4, so Vegas would play St. Louis, and in Colorado would face Minnesota, and then you've got Washington, which is that's your other division, bro. You actually,
I love Washington.
You love Boston too, and guess what's going to happen? I think
they're going to face each other
in the first round, baby. I think they might face each other in the first round. And in your Canadian division is Toronto v. Montreal, which honestly I think would be completely epic.
Toronto v. Montreal? Oh, yeah, that would be awesome series.
So then it says the 4 teams that advance to the semifinal round would be seeded by their regular season points total, the number 1 playing the number 4. So I think what that means is hypothetically, let's say, well, let's figure this out. I'll write it down. I'll write it down right now. All right. So if Toronto plays Montreal, who wins?
Oh, Toronto.
All right. So Toronto. And if Edmonton plays Winnipeg, who wins?
Winnipeg.
Really? You think so?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Okay. So that would leave Toronto versus Winnipeg. That's that series.
Yeah.
All right. What do you think? Washington versus Boston.
Oh, Washington.
So you like Washington v. Boston. I agree with that. And Pittsburgh.
I like Boston, but that's just ultimately what would happen between those two.
Why do you well, first off, I mean, you got to consider the Zdeno Chara situation.
Yes, I do. But I think that, Boston's old. They're an older team. They've got older guys. But then again, so does Washington. So it would be a tough call, but something's just telling me Washington will win that.
So you got Washington. What about Pittsburgh and the Islanders?
That's tough because the Islanders, if you remember last year, they did really good. So they're probably going to want to do even better this year. But Pittsburgh's looking angry.
Yeah, dude, they have this hunger look to them. You know?
Probably Pittsburgh.
I think I agree with that. So that would tee up. This is really actually pretty interesting. That would tee up Washington versus Pittsburgh.
Ooh.
Ooh's right. Okay. I mean, that's classic. Then you got Vegas v. St. Louis. I think it's Vegas for sure. What do you think?
Vegas. Yeah, of course. It has to be.
Yeah. And then you've got Colorado and Minnesota. That's a crapshoot.
Who do you think wins that one?
I think personally Colorado takes it because of their playoff experience, and they're a little faster. They play a little higher tempo game. But
I think Colorado would take it too as well. Yeah.
I mean, Minnesota, they each have 31 wins so far. Minnesota has a game in hand. Let's see who has games in hand. Yeah, they're all pretty equal. Yeah, I think they're going to end up playing each other. I go with Colorado. Are you okay with that?
Yeah, I agree.
Okay. All right. Now we got the Central, which is always, this is weird this year because you've got Carolina and, well, you've got a couple teams that don't usually play each other in this section here, in this Discover Central. So it would be, if it's all sits today, it'd be Carolina versus Nashville. Carolina's beaten them in every game they've played. Like they went to overtime once with them. They've crushed them, like crushed. So I would say Carolina.
Yeah, I agree. I agree with you.
And then Florida and Tampa Bay, which honestly would be freaking sick.
It would be epic, but they've never faced each other before, have they?
Can't remember. I was going to ask you.
Yeah, I don't think so.
I'm going to give. Well, I was just going to say, I'm going to give the edge to Florida. Here's why. Stamkos is going to be out.
Oh, he is?
I think so. Stamkos is out, and Kucherov isn't back yet. And I don't know if he's going to return for the playoffs, and that's their big number one guy, and their number one and two guys. So I'm going to say it's a roll of the dice series, but I say Florida wins. I don't know why.
Yeah, I agree with you.
But Tampa Bay's defending champions, so I don't know, man. I said we go Tampa Bay.
I'm going to go Florida.
All right, I'll go Florida with you just to ride on this. Okay, so that's left with 2, 4, 6. That's 8 teams left. So if you've got Toronto, Winnipeg, who wins?
Toronto.
Yeah, I think so too. And then you've got the Washington-Pittsburgh series. Oh, I feel like for me, Washington's got the edge in the goaltender detection. In the goaltender department. You've got Samsonov. That kid is like a freaking, like that guy's a wall.
Yeah.
I don't even know who's playing in net for Pittsburgh. I feel like it's another young kid, and I forgot his name.
Jari.
Yeah, that's it. He's good though.
I mean, here's what I say. I say that Pittsburgh steals it in Game 7 overtime. So I say Pittsburgh.
Ooh, that's a clean call right there. All right, so then you got an interesting series of Toronto versus Pittsburgh, right? Well, wait. That's not necessarily true. Hang on. If I'm reading this correct, let's do the other games. So Vegas versus Colorado.
Vegas.
Yeah, I think so too. Okay. And then you've got Carolina versus Florida.
I know who you're going to pick.
Yeah, it's pretty clear who I'm going to pick, but I can back it up, though. I can back it up.
But I know who I'm going to pick.
Who are you going to pick?
Carolina.
Okay. We'll agree on that one. Okay, so now you've got these 4 teams. So if we go back to the instructions of what's going to happen, the 4 teams that advance to the semi-round will be seeded by their regular season points total, with the number 1 seed playing the number 4. So if you just look at this through it depends on what team, but there's like 8 to 10 games left, depending on what team you're talking about, right?
Yeah, depending on what team, yeah. But
so Toronto, let's look at Toronto first. Toronto right now has 30 wins. So they would definitely, so if that's 30 wins and Pittsburgh has, try to break this down, dude. Ooh, 32 wins. So that's Pittsburgh has home ice. Well, wait, we got to do the rest of these. I'm sorry. So Vegas right now has how many wins? 34 wins. Dang. And then Carolina right now has 32 wins. So you have to break the tie between Carolina and Pittsburgh with, I believe, losses. And right now, Carolina has a lot less losses. So Pittsburgh is 15 to Carolina's 10.
So you're saying if Pittsburgh and Carolina go against each other?
No, I'm going to say, oh my God, this is insane. No, it would be Vegas versus Colorado. I'm sorry. Scratch that. It's going to be freaking Vegas versus Carolina and Toronto versus Pittsburgh if everything ends right now.
That is bizarre.
So then you could have two Eastern Conference. You could have a Stanley Cup with two Eastern Conference finalists.
You could, yeah.
Or go ahead.
I don't think it ends up that way, though.
Well, let's break it down. What do you think? Let's go with the first game 1 or season.
Series.
Yeah, series 1, Toronto versus Pittsburgh. Toronto. Wait. Let's break this up. Let me ask you a couple questions first. Okay. You and I both love Boomer Thornton, but Toronto seems to be littered with guys and filled with guys who have never done it. Pittsburgh is stacked with multiple Stanley Cup champion victors, not the least of which is Sidney Crosby if he stays healthy, and Evgeny Malkin. So,
and I don't like either of those people either.
Yeah, I know, but it's a tough call.
It pains me to say it, but it would probably be Pittsburgh.
I wouldn't know. I don't know I wouldn't be able to say until the playoffs started, and then I feel like I'll be able to pick up on it, only because I haven't watched Pittsburgh play much. But let's go with Pittsburgh.
Okay.
So you got Pittsburgh.
And then Carolina and Vegas.
Oh, dude, I don't want to. If I'm a Carolina, I do not want to face Vegas.
No, you don't. But
I mean, you think about Vegas. They're West Coast, built for pounding the crap out of anybody.
Yes.
And I don't think Carolina stands up. I say if Carolina meets Vegas in that round, Vegas wins.
I agree.
And then you have a Pittsburgh versus Vegas Stanley Cup final, which isn't bad.
No, I'd watch that. Who would you root for?
That's a great question, man, because you got Sidney Crosby at the end, towards the end of his career. Can he do it again? And then you've got Vegas, who almost reached the mountaintop, couldn't get it done, or didn't get it done. Man, I'm not sure. I don't know. I say Vegas wins.
I think it's going to take Vegas a little while longer, and I think it's Pittsburgh. So then, how many Stanley Cups does Crosby have? He has the one in 2009, and then 16 and 17? Did they get one in between that? No.
I don't know. Let's look. I'm going to look it up right now. He's got 3. Yeah, you were right.
All right. He got 3. And he'll probably retire sometime within the next 4 years.
Yeah, I mean,
because he's been playing as long as I've been alive, so he's been playing for 16 years.
Oh my God, is he that old? Yeah, he's 33.
Oh, he's 33. Okay, yeah, he's reaching the end. So is Ovechkin.
That's a whole nother conversation. So we actually, you and I agree. I don't know if you agree. Actually, do you think is it for you? Is it Vegas or Pittsburgh?
Pittsburgh.
Wow.
The Penguins end up with another Stanley Cup.
If I look back at this list, and I go back to that series, that would be Washington versus Pittsburgh. If Washington takes out Pittsburgh, that potentially could be a Carolina Hurricanes Washington final.
Conference.
It could be a Stanley Cup final.
Oh my God.
They would call it would be the I-95 series.
So I guess Boston and Carolina could play each other technically.
Yes, they could.
Which is cool. I don't think it'll happen, but that's cool.
That'd be pretty cool. I don't think Boston makes it out of the first round, and I don't have anything to back that up. I just feel like nothing against them. They've had a great team for many, many, many years, but I mean, they smoked the Hurricanes twice.
Their last chance was in 2019, and they almost did it, but they lost. And they just haven't been able to do much since then. So,
well, you're the man, dude. You know your stuff. I think we're set for a great playoff that starts May 11th.
May 11th. Wow,
that's
that's right around the corner.
Tell me about it. I'm going to a game tomorrow. And it's after tomorrow night's game. I think there's like 7 games left or something. So it's
who do they play tomorrow? Detroit.
It's Hurricanes versus. If you're watching and you're not aware, yes, it's Hurricanes versus Detroit Red Wings. But the Hurricanes have not showed up and played very well against the Detroit Red Wings. So
that's kind of sad.
It is.
Because Detroit is one of the worst. They've been a little better lately. I love Detroit to make the playoffs because I love that team so much. Just because of I just like them. No. But I don't think they're going to be able to do it. But you never know.
Yeah, they're eliminated this year from the playoffs, but I think within 2 years.
Yeah,
but they've been playing better, and they're close, man. I think within a couple of years they'll have it together.
And then the Kings aren't even going to make it, which is
that's a bummer, bro.
A whole nother level of upsetting. I really thought this year they may be able to pull something off. But
they still have one of the deepest they still have one of the deepest teams of anybody right now that they're what do you call it? Their draft picks. So, and they've got 42 points. The line to get into the playoffs right now is 48 points with St. Louis. And I'm going to guess that St. Louis and Los Angeles play each other. So to be honest with you, it's not out of the realm of possibilities. They're not eliminated. And the Kings have a favorable schedule. They play, they beat Anaheim on Monday. Tonight they're playing Anaheim again. Friday they're playing Anaheim again. Get this. Saturday they're playing Anaheim again. So there's 2, 4, 6 points. That's the 6 points right there. And then you got to play Arizona. You got to play Arizona twice. Then you got to get hit by Colorado twice. And then here's the kicker, though. May 10th, the second and last game of the season, almost, they got to play St. Louis, which means the 2 points that are on the line there only go to one team, of course, unless they tie. So they can make up some game. I mean, it's just a matter of how they're going to play down the stretch. And that's the thing with what we've talked about here, right? Is that there's so many teams that are really close that could get in. If the Kings sneak in, the Sharks could still sneak in. Arizona could boot out St. Louis. I don't think that division, to me, the first round isn't that interesting. To me, I think Vegas plays whoever's in the 4th slot and beats the crap out of them. That's what I think.
I don't think I've said the words San Jose Sharks and playoffs in the same sentence ever this year.
No, because they probably shouldn't be there. They haven't. I don't feel like they've played as well as the Kings have, even though they've won an extra game there. But the Kings have gotten themselves into close games and haven't been rewarded for it. But if you look at the East Division, which is Washington, Pittsburgh, Islanders, Boston, Rangers, Philly, Jersey, and Buffalo, you've got the Rangers are sitting in 5th position with 58 points to Boston's 62. So that could go really still either way. And then the next break is down to Philadelphia, which is, again, the Rangers are right ahead of them with 58 points, and Philadelphia is behind at 51. So that's a stretch. So the Rangers could still take out Boston, and they could still take out the Islanders. So it's all to play for there. And in the Canadian division, squatting in 4th is Montreal, but Calgary's in 5th. And they could still do it. So it's not over. And I mean, as they say, it's not over till the fat lady sings. But Toronto's a lock for first in that division. Washington and Pittsburgh are gutting it out. So who knows who's going to be first in that division. Vegas is clearly going to be first in that division. I think Carolina has a little bit of distance now where if they can beat Detroit tomorrow, they're probably a lock for the first place. And then
and isn't Carolina only one of 3 teams that has clinched the playoffs?
Yeah, 1 of 4 now. Let's see. Yeah, one of 4. It's Carolina, Vegas, Florida, Tampa Bay. But I think Washington plays tonight, so I think they'll be in. Pittsburgh will clinch soon. Everybody's going to clinch.
Everybody, yeah. I remember when the Kings clinched the playoffs a few years ago. I was so excited, and then they got swept by Vegas.
That was a close series, though. I remember that series because, that was the one Doughty got suspended.
Yeah.
That was BS, dude.
Yeah, that was. And did you know that statistically, Jonathan Quick played better in that series than he did in all of 2012, which was the year they won the cup?
I didn't know that.
But he had no team to back him up. So,
I mean, I was really advocating for Carolina to pick up Quick because I thought, A, you could make a trade with the Kings, and B, I think Quick has got life left. That's what sucks is that they're probably not. I mean, they're probably not going to make it. But, you figure how old is he, right?
Yeah. He's early 30s, I think.
He's 35, bro.
Oh,
35.
And that doesn't seem that old to me, but you got to think he's been on ice for 10 years, so it's got to hurt a little bit to walk.
Did you hear that noise? I swear, I think somebody had a child.
What noise?
I don't know.
No.
Something appears to be going on in this house. It's some kind of shenanigans. Anyway, dude, thanks for having me on your channel.
You're welcome. I want to do this again.
Yeah, this was fun. So I say we do it last day of the season.
Yeah. Who was that, May 11th?
Yeah, May 11th. We'll do one the last day of the season, and we'll talk about who's definitely going to be in the playoffs and who's going to play who. And I got this written down. So I wrote all the teams down. So I'll keep this, and we can talk about it in a couple of weeks and see who actually made it and who's going to play who.
All right. Yeah, we'll do that.
Let's go, dude.
All right.
Let's go.
Yeah.
Well,
let's go.
Dude, you're looking good, bro, with the Kango. I really do like it. What's up with the hockey sticks on the wall, dude? You're a true fan.
They're stickers.
Those are cool. Those are cool. I like your TikTok channel. If anybody's watching this and they don't watch you on TikTok, they should.
Yeah.
Because your TikTok is the bomb. And
yeah.
What did you do? You had to shave your head for 200 subscribers?
I shaved my head for 100 followers.
100 followers? Now you have how many?
I have 221 now.
Solid, bro.
At this point. And my hair has kind of started to grow back. But,
well, I mean, when you get to my age, the hair doesn't grow back. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, all right. I'm cashing out, bro.
All right. Love you.
Love you too.
Bye.
Pete, I'll send you this video if you'll put it on your channel. That'll be cool.
I will.
All right. Bye, Nathan.
Bye.